Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. My name is Patricia. Please press like, subscribe, and share. And share this audio with someone who you may think need it. Why are we here? One of the reasons we're here is to learn valuable lessons about life, transmute our karmas, which is what we talked about last week. As I told you, you are a you are a spirit occupying a physical body, and sometimes you forget that. You think that you are the physical body, and you're not. You need the physical body as a vehicle to enter into this earth atmosphere, as I stated last week. Why are we here? Number one, we're here, like I said, to transmute karmas and to learn valuable lessons about life. Number two, we're here to find our way back to the mighty I am that I am. As I said last week, not all souls choose to come to earth to learn. They might choose a different avenue to learn how to get back to God, to their mighty I am presence. But you have chosen the earth atmosphere to learn how to get back to God. Now, here's the thing. When I say back to God, it's not like God is way out in the, him atmosphere somewhere and you're trying to get back to him. That's not what I mean. You have chosen to come on earth. You've chosen to focus your attention on the world and not your I am self. In the beginning, you focused your attention on your mighty I am self. And we all walked in divine love. Our life was filled with love, peace, and harmony. So you have chosen to learn how to get back to that state of being in love all the time, the state of being of love, not in love, of love, peace, and harmony and light at all times. You lost your way. How did you lose your way? Because you begin to take your attention off of the mighty I am and place it on the earth, which disconnected you from your I am self. So now, one of the reasons you're here is to get back connected with your I am self. Stop focusing on the earth and focus on your I am self. So that's what I mean when I say you're here to learn how to return back to your I am self. Because physically, I don't mean physically. Physically, you haven't left. Your I am self is you. It's a part of you. So physically, it hasn't gone anywhere. Okay. So when you learn how to get back to return to your I am self, you'll learn who you are because you've forgotten who you are. And you're so focused on this earth until whatever they teach you in the religious sectors, you just take it for the gospel and believe it. You don't even try to get confirmation from your I am self that is true, because at this point, you don't even know where your I am self is. You don't even know how to connect with your I am self to be able to communicate with it at this point. You're so focused on the earth until whatever the preacher comes out, you believe. Whatever new religious rises up, whatever they tell you, you believe. Now, when I say earth, I don't mean the big round earth. I mean the things that's in it. You've been told for I don't know how many centuries that Jesus was the only Son of God. You just believe that. But can I ask you, why did you believe that? Did you go within yourself? Did you connect with your mighty I am self to ask if this was true? No, you didn't. You just immediately, because it's being taught in the earth, you just immediately believe that that was true, that happened. Even though historically teaches different than what the religious teach, it doesn't matter, you still believe it. I mean, I've heard people say they place their life and their life in the hands of their mighty of Jesus, and they just ready to tear up the earth if you say something about Jesus, but they have no real proof that Jesus was the only Son of God. Nothing but what they tell you. So you're here to be able to connect with to learn the truth about who you really are. Because you have forgotten and you need to find out for yourself who you really are. And stop allowing the earth to bring forth leaders to dictate that for you. I was just listening about this lady back in the 1920s. I think her name was Amy McFarland. She had a really big ministry, and I think it was in California. People really worshipped her, like you all do. A leader come up and you just believe whatever they say. Just let them say, "Thank you, Jesus," and you a member. You just believe anything. So she came out and she was preaching to people. I don't remember what religion, so I think it was I'm not really remembering. I don't remember what religion this was, but she had a very large ministry. You can actually look this up. I seen the documentary on Tubi, Tubi, on cable, so you can even look in that to see if you get to verify what I'm saying. The bottom line is she had this big ministry, and she fell in love with one of her workers. The worker was recently divorced. She was very close with her mother, and her mother didn't want her to carry on a relationship with him. So she faked her death at first, and then she faked the kidnapping. She had 2 children, so her kids really did think she had died or drowned or whatever it was. But anyway, she wanted to come back, and so she turned around and said, it was a kidnapping. Her followers believed that. Whatever she said, her followers was right there and believed that. She really was kidnapped. The police had solid evidence that she was not kidnapped. But whatever came out of her mouth, her people, her followers believed her. Whatever she said, because she said, "Thank you, Jesus," she believed, just thank you, Jesus, just whatever, Jesus. And whatever she said, they believed it. She said that, the Catholic Church was trying to pull her church down and everything wasn't true. They believed whatever she said, but the police had evidence. Come to find out They believe that she ended up paying the police $50,000 to drop the investigation. Now, why would she do that if it wasn't true? If she really had not faked the kidnapping and went away with her lover, if it wasn't true and the Catholic Church, as she said, was trying to pull her down, why would she pay the police $50,000? Again, you all believe whatever comes out of the earth, but you do not believe what comes from the Spirit of God. You don't even know how to connect with the Spirit of God. They tell you that Jesus was the Christ. You don't even take the time to figure out what that means. You just immediately think that Jesus is the only person who could be the Christ, which is totally untrue. But you don't even take the time to find out for yourself, because the earth, it came out of the earth, and the earth set someone up to teach you these things. You just believe it. If the earth told you, if the earth raised up a man today, and literally it was all over the news, this man is, Jesus has returned, you would believe it. You wouldn't try to verify it, connect with it. Okay, you might say, how would I verify it? Connect with your I am self. It will lead you. It will tell you the truth. It will lead you to the information you need to know. But you don't even do that. If they said, oh, he just got off the boat, he was blind and been on the boat for years trying to find America, whatever, it don't matter what they say, you will believe it. Because why? Whatever rises out of this earth, you just believe. Instead of going into yourself and connecting with your mighty I am self. I had a friend one time was arguing me down. She had faith in God and she believed in God, and okay, that's good. She believed in God, but she was, she had trust in God. She was supposed to have a knee surgery. She was asking every one of her friends, should she have the knee surgery? Not once did she go within and try to connect with God to ask, should she have it? When I mentioned it to her, what could she say? Nothing. I said, you told me you had so much trust in God. If you did, you would have went to him first and not all your friends. But here's the thing. This earth has not produced someone to come out forth to really tell you how to connect with your God self. So a lot of you don't know how, because that information is not going to be produced by this earth. That information will be produced from within, from the spirit, from the soul. So you don't know. You don't know how to bring God's light in. You don't know how to connect with God to get answers. You don't know any of it. Why? Because you much rather turn away from your God self and turn to the earth to give it to you. Now, I'm calling it the earth, is what I'm calling it. But it's really darkness, is what it is. Anything produced of this earth are lies and darkness. Anything produced of the spirit is the Spirit of God. This is part 1, and I'm going to end here and give you a part 2. Thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show.